the other day I had a conversation with a friend, specifically what moves started as useless that people eventually figured out were really, really good. This usually comes from the fact that like there's some moves that just have a lot of properties that people have to dig into the moves, right? Where I made a video about what moves people think are broken versus what moves I think are broken, right? Common thread was that people really like easy to use spammable moves that are flexible in a lot of situations, where I kind of tend to think of moves that really lock you down and lock the opponent out of options to be like truly broken. Basically, if there's no counterplay, I'm like, this is broken. I don't know what to say. And a theme of Guilty Gear Strive, actually, and this is where a major complaint that people have with the game, where they buff characters that are already good because there are moves that people don't use. So Nago has this in Clone, where when the game came out, it probably hit from around here, this range, where now it hits from full screen. Woo! So the whole reason this talk even came up between me and my boy was because of this move when we were watching old matches together. So here's the sequence. So I'm gonna get a little knockdown into overhead, 240p glasses on, you guys are fine, into this move. This is the pit. So it doesn't do anything at a glance, but this is a very big part of her game. So what does this move do? Because it costs, this is a super, so it costs 100 meter. She gains meter passively while the opponent loses meter passively, and she recovers health passively while draining her opponent's health. So you're gonna see here, it starts draining immediately while I'm making them block. It's draining while I'm making them block. I'm gaining HP, and I'm keeping him in here. And there's a follow-up to this, which I'm about to do right here, where she activates. So this is like plus double digits. Off the top of my head, I wanted to say it's like plus 33. We might have to dig deep for that info. But mainly what it does is that it gives her another mix-up opportunity. So this is just sort of where this discussion came from. When I started playing this game, I didn't really get the point of the move. It wasn't until I watched a couple of matches to be like, oh, like this move's actually super good. And I get to just end my main corner combo with this and get mix up, get life back, get meter back, drain their meter, and meter is decently valuable in this game. So because of that, I went and asked friends and Twitter what moves they thought kind of fell into this category of moves that seem useless when the game came out, but people were eventually like, this move is ridiculous. Okay, so to start, of course, we have to start with the Smash reference, because this is all true. When we were kids, nobody knew what the point of this move was. It's gonna have to be rest. It's gonna have to be rest. So what is rest? In the modern days, we all know, but it's an attack with a really small hitbox that honestly kills you. This video is every Hungry Box rest. This is a 3-hour and 15-minute video of Hungry Box memeing people by killing them either early, various type of ways, really low percentage with rest. So because it's so small though, it's not like obvious. It's not like a big sword or a punch or a gun. Like you have to be all the way on them and pop that rest. But the impact, as we've all seen, is massive. So for the next one, you not only have to put on your 240p glasses, but you got to deal with East Coast shaky cam. This is a classic. I always forget about this example, but this is such a good one. This is every game journalist's favorite fighting game, Street Fighter Third Strike. And you might not know what's going on. If you know, you know. So this game has a mechanic where if you whiff normals, you could build meter. So you might have to squint really hard, but when you whiff buttons, you gain meter in this game. This gives you access to not only EX moves, but also super moves. This is a long time ago in a place far, far away. The year is 2002 and it's at EVO. And it is our two players that you might have heard of. It's Tokido playing Urien and Justin Wong playing Chun-Li. Is this Street Fighter 3 or is it Street Fighter 5? Who knows? But they both build a ton of meter. And real talk, I kind of feel bad for Justin because a lot of these like meme matches of him in Third Strike are him doing the right thing. It's just he doesn't know. So what's about to happen to Justin is, I'm just gonna let it speak for itself. By building all this meter, he gets access to Chun's very powerful super. But Tokido is using an, at the time, not very well used Aegis Reflector, but they were not ready for the mix and the oppression to come. Especially that this character has unblockable setups, so he gave Takedo access to that meter basically for free. Now he's getting memed by Aegis Reflector, both a combo tool and a mix-up tool. And there is no way. This does not happen so often these days, but this is a very classic old school example of one region was not prepared for the nonsense that another region had. This is basically how the US discovered Aegis Reflector and how good it was, and just how good this character was in general. So third is another classic. I don't think too many people would know about it unless they're paying attention to it at the time. We're going to be talking about Ultra Street Fighter 4 Elena, and specifically it's going to be about this move right here, the healing super that she has, the Ultra 2 healing super. So shoutouts to Bafayo for uploading this video. He made a whole video about just this character. So I'm gonna let him summarize it with his super expert Photoshop skills.
Elena's healing only requires a decent knockdown. You can get it off of any combo.
So the main example that he ends up using is that this super, while it doesn't look too special, it doesn't really require that much setup. So like where characters like Ryu has to do DP, focus attack, dash cancel, ultra, Elena can kind of just do a B&B like this and just go right into it, no special knockdown required. Or she can, another example is she could just throw you and just do it. Again, no special setup required. So she had ways of extending the game and she could do it very often. So here we have an example from a match. It is from Evo, Gamer B on Elena right here. 1-1 right now. Both are kind of chilling. Doesn't quite have Ultra 2 yet. And definitely down a decent amount. You know, like the young, let's say 20%. But now healing is in play. So footsies are happening. Lovingly played on the grid, as I know you guys all love. Chun-Li slowly being walked back to the corner. Still not hit a single time, but backdash, healing. We are kind of in it. Even with the damage that Chun-Li did, it brought Elena back to around 80%-ish health. She already got a bunch more hits, and he's already back to having healing. So again, for Ultra, there's the 50% Ultra, and there's the full Ultra stocked. So she has it again, just does it again. Chun-Li pulls up. So if she didn't have that, honestly, Gamer B would probably be around like 20% or 15%-ish life. And the timer is winding down, and she's about to get healing again. The punish though, but no kill. Still no kill. Healing's in play. Remember, any combo leads into healing, so he's gonna heal. 19 seconds left on the clock. Not a lot of healing in this case. Chun-Li back to the wall. Again, little damage, and then clutches it. I don't know if this is Elena or Nagoyuki. Like, this took a lot of effort because he healed like 3 or 4 times in this one round. So like, that's like I want to say Elena probably took more than 100%. Let's say like 130, 140% in this one round. So this next example is pretty close to my heart because I actually remember when this game came out thinking, what a fucking stupid ability. We of course have to go to BlazBlue. I'm talking about my first BlazBlue main, Lychee Fei Ling. So BlazBlue is a game where every character has 4 buttons. It's A, B, C, so light, medium, heavy, and I have a special drive button as the D button. This is the character's unique ability, and it's a really big part of the game. So there are characters like Valkenhind, who could turn into a werewolf, or Rachel, who shares Swiftmaster from DNF's ability, who everyone says is really broken right now, who can control the wind. She also is top tier a lot, so maybe controlling wind is really broken. Lychee's special ability is she has the ability to put the stick down. That is her drive. So when you press the D button, you put the stick down. I just did it. The stick is down. That is a really cool special move. So Jin can freeze you, and Ragna can heal his HP, and Taokaka can fly, and Hakumen has parries, and Lychee puts his fucking stick down, and you're just like, man, this is so not impressive. Until you see how it actually works in a match, and it is so strong that they change it every single version of the game. They have nerfed this move multiple times. It is a ridiculous screen control move. So she can actually shoot it 2 ways, either down across the ground or up into the air as an anti-air that moves independently of her. if you catch Lychee, it will go back to her, and there will be no hitbox. But if not, in this version, it will fly towards and fly back. So you'll see me use this quite a bit, and I move in combination with the staff to control space, do offense, expand combos. It does so much considering it's such a plain special ability. So here I'm going to be extending using all my various ways of hitting the staff. He bursts me away from the staff, I could jump towards the staff, run and summon it at the same time. I have so many ways of controlling this staff, and when the game came out, if you look at BBCT footage, no one is really using it. It also wasn't like amazing. It wasn't until BBCS where people were kind of like, yo, isn't this like just full screen everything control? It became a really hard thing to deal with of fighting Lychee. And to top it all off, I don't think a list like this would be complete without this move. We were going to be talking about Marvel vs. Capcom 3 Morrigan's Astral Vision. So multiple people said this in the Twitter thread that apparently both Astral Vision was just not considered to be a very good move until Morrigan, the character herself, was developed. So she creates a clone of herself. So this made her zoning better, it made her combos better, it made her mix-ups better. It just added to how much screen control and how much threat she had at all times. But yes, these are some examples of moves that people generally thought were not so great when a fighting game came out that end up being considered ridiculous, maybe character defining, maybe super important in the meta. There are more examples than this. I got a bunch of good examples in the Twitter thread. I also got some not good examples because some people listed whole characters, which of course is not like the prompt. The prompt is like, what moves fall like this? There are definitely characters that started from the bottom and then pulled up, but that is not the discussion I wanted to have. If you have examples, then for sure, definitely feel free to leave it in the comment section below. Like and subscribe if you guys feel like it, and I'll see y'all next time. Peace out.